Hey folks, it's me, Brian, and this is what I'm drinking today. I'm having Baltimore Blonde, which is brewed by the Open Gate Brewery in Baltimore under the supervision, if you will, of the Guinness company. Didn't know that they brewed beer in America, but they do right around the corner from me. Well, about 40 miles from me, outside of Baltimore. And this is one of the beers that they brew. They have a beer garden, a tap room, food, and everything. Did not know it. I put a link to their website in the description of this video, so you can see all the good stuff, all the info about their beer and their visiting them. So if you're ever in the Baltimore area, Maryland area, go check them out. Now this is a crisp golden beer, which is citrusy with a refreshing finish, which should be great this time of year when it's like 9 degrees in September. And the label reads, we refined our original blonde recipe for brewing at our Open Gate Brewery and Barrel House in Baltimore, Maryland, the first stateside Guinness brewery since the mid 50s. Brewed and bottled by Guinness Brewing Company in Baltimore, Maryland. Drink responsibly. This is 5% alcohol by volume, and it comes in a appropriately sized 33 centiliter bottle, which they have in Europe. So let's crack this one open, folks, on the first day of the NFL season. So I did read that Travis Kelce's going to be out. So I still expect KC to win, but it should be a good game. So this should be a light colored beer. And it is kind of straw colored. I don't know if you can see it, but straw colored. A lot of carbonation, not a lot of head though. Thin layer of white, and it was foamy head that has quickly dissipated. Leaves some good lacing, if you will, if you're into that. I'm into the taste and the mouthfeel. So let's give it a smell. Now I'm not really getting citrus here. I'm getting grass, like meadow. I'm smelling something bitter. A little bit of lemon. I do smell a little bit of lemon. But it smells like a marsh. Smells like grass. Smells like what the Meadowlands probably smells like outside of the stadium. Well, enough of the sniffing. Let's give it a taste. Prost, my friends. So it has like I would call it like a medium bodied mouthfeel. With regards to the taste, you do get a little bit of citrus flavor and some prominent hops. I know I've tasted these types of hops before, and I don't really research hops like that. Like I know there's several types of hops that are bitter. I know like the IPA hops, the Citra hops, if you will, the Helles hops, I believe. So um, there is a recognizable hop in here, and it's a particularly, well, I'd say it's more bitter than not, um, flavor to that particular hop. And I taste that in this beer. I'm probably going to have to go on maybe Beer Advocate or Untapped to see if someone has recognized the hops and put it in a review or something like that. But it's definitely recognizable. Is bitter, more bitter than not, and it makes the beer more bitter than not. There's not much of a malty taste to it. It's a dry finish, very dry finish, and bitter finish, and it's not so bitter that I would be dissuaded from drinking this. This is refreshing. I tell you what, they're right. This is refreshing. It is a crisp, golden beer, and it is refreshing. Uh, I think the way it is advertised. I think they've done a good job. It is what I think it was going to be. It is um, like a mild flavored, medium bodied, like light and crisp beer, good for drinking when it's hot, uh, like cooling you off. Um, which is interesting. I didn't know Guinness had a beer like this because I always associate them with like, you know, dark stouts, chocolatey, coffee tasting, malty tasting, roasted malt tasting stouts. And this is something, it's kind of like a change up, if you will. And I think it's good. If I were to rate it, I'd probably give it I'd give it an 80, between 80 and 85 out of 100. As I like to say, it's not my go-to beer category, like these golden beers. I like a darker beer, like a heavier beer with more ABV. So it's not my go-to, but with respect to its peers, I think it holds its weight. And I think if you had a cookout, a party, something like that, this would be a good option. I think you'd satisfy a lot of your guests with a beer like this. With a beer like this, I think you would satisfy a lot of guests, and it has a name brand recognition. It's Guinness. It's not like a Bud or something like that, or a Coors, something like that, where someone might look down upon it. Um, it says Guinness, and so like um, it is a good beer, decent beer. So I'm gonna finish this beer. It's 8:10 right now. Gonna finish this beer. Turn on the TV. Watch the first NFL game of the year. Um, if you've ever known me for 5 minutes or more, you know that I come straight for the game. I just want the game. I don't want any of the fanfare, the the talking heads in the studio, the analysis. I don't want any of that. I want to turn it on. I want to see kickoff, and I think it's supposed to be an 8:20 start. So I just want the kickoff to the game. That's what I come for. Just the kickoff, not all the rest of the other stuff. So I'm gonna finish this beer. I brought a little friend also. I brought this Monaco, so I'm gonna have this also before I sign off in this video. So the Monaco Sun Crush is the ready to drink cocktail, which contains tequila. Has tequila and orange liqueur and natural flavors. So I'm gonna have I've reviewed this before, and it's good. It's good. All most of the Monacos are good. Almost finished with this beer. All done. Yes, it's a decent beer. I recommend it. Thumbs up for the drinkability. Thumbs up for the mouthfeel, and um, it's a has a decent taste. Kudos to Guinness. All right, now on to the next thing. Sun Crush. Prost again. Now, if you know anything about the Monaco ready to drink cocktails, they're mostly sweet. Um, they come with a very various spirits, and they're all good. They're good for the money. They're good for like if you just want to you know get a good alcoholic beverage in you without preparing it. If you don't have a lot of time or whatever, and it comes in this nifty vessel, which reminds me of Red Bull, and energy drinks. So I like them. Excuse me, I didn't say what the alcohol by volume is. It's 9.0 uh, alcohol percent alcohol by volume. These come in 12 fluid ounce cans. It's interesting. It's interesting. The can has more liquid, more volume. Who would have ever thought? But this one is good. It's kind of reminiscent um, of a tequila sunrise. It could a bit more citrus, some orange juice or whatever to make it a tequila sunrise. But it's a good product also. You can come here for that. You came here for this though. You came here for the Guinness. Well, let's see if the spread has changed any. It was and I'm not offering any betting advice, but I think the spread was 5 points, 4.5 or so. Casey was favored by. I wonder if it has changed since the announcement that Kelsey is not going to play. Let's see. KC Chiefs versus. Look at that. The internet always knows what you want. KC Chiefs, and that's all I did. Oh, no, I did versus VS, and it says line spread. It knows what I want. All right, so it's -4.5. -4.5. Over under is 53. I'm not offering betting advice. However, if it were me, I would go with Casey, even without Kelsey. Detroit. I mean, I looked at their roster today, and I didn't recognize like anyone besides like Golf. You know, they got rid of their running back Jamal. Um, they the receivers. I mean, I didn't recognize anybody. But they got one receiver that's like suspended. You know, I'm lying. I recognize one player besides Golf, like Aiden Hutchinson or whatever his name is from Michigan. I didn't recognize him. But it is 4.5. I would take 53. It's 26 and a half points each team. I would take the under. You heard it here first. I would take the under on 53, and I would take KC minus 4.5. That's for all the internet to see. For them to make fun of me if I'm wrong, or for me to say I told you so if I'm right. Right, it's about 3 minutes to kick off, so I have about 2 minutes and change to finish this. These are carbonated too, so I'm getting a lot of bubbles. Drink that beer fast, bubbles. I'm drinking this fast, a lot more bubbles. So excuse me. And one more gulp, and I should be done. And on to the game. Excuse me. All done. All done. So, folks, there you have it. Another review, a live review. I don't do these much. Live review, Baltimore Blonde, brought to you by either the Open Gate Brewery or Guinness, however way you want to think of it. 5% alcohol by volume. I give it the thumbs up. I rate it between 80 and 85. It's a good beer for the money. Forgot to talk about the price. It's a good beer for the money, and it is crisp and refreshing. Stay safe, stay sane, and enjoy week 1. And I will see you on the next video.